So, as I'm sitting around thinking of ideas for a video, I remember a little site known as KidsChat. Now, you can probably already tell where I'm going with this, but what might shock you more is the fact that this site has been around for a little over 20 years. The reason, if you couldn't tell already, why this is so mind-blowing, this site is a cesspool for groomers, pedophiles, and even other children looking to push their sexual agenda. So before we get into the video, I'm obviously going to have to put a bit of a content warning here. I'm going to be going over some pretty touchy, uncomfortable subjects that unfortunately have to be talked about for the subject of this video. But yeah, so here's your warning now. Click off while you still can, and let's get into it. First, I want to talk about the site itself. I've actually been on this site before as a kid way back when, but I never knew how long the site had been around. KidsChat has been around, or at least the domain has been up since 2001. Like most chat sites back then, probably started off as a legitimate chat meant for really just kids. It even had the option to go into more adult chats, but again, the domain suggests that they weren't the site's target audience. Now, KidsChat has actually been under fire for quite a while now for this kind of stuff. But unfortunately, no action has been taken against the site. Also, there's no one culprit for this type of stuff. There's just many creeps waiting for young kids to message at all and instantly respond, along with a lineup of fake socials to add them to. So here, as you can see, I have a beta account that I set up a couple days ago, and posting something as simple as PMs open, which is private messages open, and I'm going to go over this in a second, will already lead to a bunch of people that message this account. I'm not joking when I say that I was astonished by the amount of people that instantly contacted this account the second I posted a message like that. And I had done this multiple times on this account just to test. And always, within a minute, there was at least 3 people messaging the account. And I already know what you're saying. Not everyone that's going to PM the account is a weirdo. And I 100% agree, because there were some people that would message the account that were genuinely just looking to chat, which I get, that's fine. But what you don't understand is a lot of people will actually see this type of account post something like PMs open and will instantly start criticizing them because they know what they're gonna get. Don't believe me? Out of the 3 people that messaged me in that previous clip, this is one of the messages. 2 out of the 3 people that contacted me after writing PMs open in the chat were either asking to see me or was asking me to see them do explicit acts. And remember, this site is known for this kind of stuff, which is kind of crazy because this site only gets around 100 members peak throughout the day, so I don't know how the mod team isn't on top of this. And that's going to be our next topic of discussion. Apparently they have a mod team or a bot working to stop these individuals. However, when I tried to get in contact with the mods and then the admins of the site, they were not only hesitant about talking with me, but were almost directly opposed to it. Again, I was just kind of some random asking to speak with them, and I don't assume that they were hiding anything, but I do think it's sketchy that year-long mods of a site that has been around for 2 decades won't come around and talk about their issues. Even going as far as to say it's under control or being worked on, which by my reasoning is clearly ineffective. As when I had used the site back in late 2010s, it was the exact same. And again, this site has been around for forever, so I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I could only find the existence of one admin on the site, Arkham, whom of which I couldn't even get into direct contact with unless I submitted a contact us form or posted on their forum hoping he'd see it. Which at this point seemed unlikely to help me at all, just because unless I established legitimacy with this video, it's unlikely that they'd take me seriously. Disclaimer, by the way, I only even saw evidence of this admin's existence. Obviously, I knew that there were admins, but I didn't know who they were until I looked into the site's forums, which the average user would just never do. I understand not wanting to give your site a bad image, but at this point, it's just so far gone, I don't understand the secrecy. And I don't want to claim that they aren't working on it, or that they don't care or anything, or that they're even contributing to it. But from what I've seen, along with them telling me that it's under control, which, disclaimer, I don't have a picture of them telling me this, but here is the mod that told me this, and you can go ask them, I don't know. Remember, I didn't even know that admins existed on this website, at least not like that, until I looked for myself, and he was the only one that I could find. So the sole responsibility of taking care of all of these users that have come and gone throughout the years is maybe on this one dude, which I genuinely don't believe. I mean, there's obviously other staff members, but he was the only one that I could find with this admin tag. Now, if there are other admins that would like to talk to me, please, go hit up my Twitter. But the mere fact that the mods wouldn't even give their 2 cents on the biggest issue of their website without asking for the admins or an admin's permission, again, I don't know, was a little bit sketchy to me. I also just wanted to point out that the mods did say that the admins might contact me if they wanted to later, which I guess is fine. I mean, that makes sense. But it just kind of felt like the mods just wanted to get me off their back, so they went and told their admin, was like, oh yeah, he'll contact you later. Anyways, again, please don't go spread hate to any of these mods or admins or whatever, because I'm sure that they are doing their very best to get these creeps off their website. But I do have to point out that whatever they're doing is clearly not working. So as I was investigating this, I tried to use Discord to get more information about all of these weirdos, and this is how many I ended up having the first 10 minutes. All of which, from at least what I could tell, were faking to be minors. Now, these are probably not their actual accounts. These are probably just fake accounts from what I assume, as with all the default profile pictures. But again, I can't really know for sure. Every time that I thought that I was in a position to ask about their actual age, because I thought I had gained their trust, it turns out they were actually just using those opportunities to ask for pictures. And of course, I'm not going to try anything of that sort, so I ended up blocking all of those people and moving on with my life. What I do have to say though, is I definitely know that other kids have been the target of these attacks, because some of them were even offering to give me those photos. Some of them would send them outright claiming to be them. I'm going to post up some of the messages here before I conclude the video. While yes, these are pretty funny, at least from my standpoint, not being an actual victim here, in reality, we have to remember kids are still getting these messages constantly. It's very possible that really at any given moment, these kids are being persuaded into sending videos, pictures, and those images and videos are likely being saved, posted, and reused by these people to share around, and who knows what else they're doing with them, and honestly, I don't want to know. Anyways guys, that's all I could really muster up for this video, just because of how hard it is to find actual information on these people, because most of them are pretty untrustworthy and won't tell you anything about them, and if you ask too much, they'll just kind of block you. Again, if anybody on the KidsChat mod team or is another admin, or if Arkham, if you see this video, please do message me on Twitter. It'll be in the link in the description. But yeah, anyways guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe. But yeah, I'm out.